Hello and welcome. My name is Lea Diane, and this is an all levels Vinyasa Flow class. We are going to begin with our feet, hips width apart, standing up straight and tall at the front of our mat, pressing our palms to heart center. And we'll begin by closing our eyes and taking a few breaths, breathing in through our nose and exhaling through our mouths. Bringing awareness into our bodies and connecting with our breath. Noticing the weight of our body over our feet. Noticing where we are in this space and being exactly here in this moment. With every breath, finding space and opportunity to flow through our practice, honoring our bodies and where we are at today. On your next inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Reach as high as you can, and on the exhale, folding forward, reaching for your toes. We're going to step our feet just a tiny bit further apart, grab our elbows, and then rock gently side to side. You can soften through your knees here, kind of lengthening through your lower back, making this a little bit more dynamic. You can open up through your hamstrings, straightening through your legs, and just let gravity create length through your spine. Good. Come back through neutral. Slowly roll all the way up to standing, stepping your feet back to hips width apart. Take a big inhale. Reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Reach as high as you can. And maybe twist side to side to create length through the sides of your body. So really opening everything up. Big, deep inhale here. And on the exhale, we'll swan dive chest first all the way down, reaching for our toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through your spine. Place your hands on the mat and take a step back into a plank. Hug your elbows into your sides, chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. Inhale, lift your chest for upward dog. And on the exhale, lift your hips, press back to downward dog. And we'll take 5 breaths here, allowing gravity to lengthen our spine, sinking our heels toward the ground. You can try bending one knee or the other. Maybe twist through your shoulders a few times. Maybe even lift your toes if you have any more space. Then look to the front of your mat and step or hop to bring your feet between your hands. Inhale, lengthen through your spine so you want a nice flat back here. On the exhale, folding forward. Then inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling, keeping your core nice and tight. And on the exhale, pressing your palms to heart center. Then releasing your arms to your sides, take another inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Another swan dive on the exhale, folding forward, arms wide, chest first. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through your spine. Then placing your hands on the mat, you can step or hop back into a plank. Hugging your elbows into your sides for chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. Inhale, lifting your chest for upward dog. And on the exhale, lifting your hips, pressing back to downward dog. And again, we'll take 5 breaths here. See if you can find any more space that you didn't have in that first downward dog. Then look to the front of your mat, bend your knees and step or hop to bring your feet between your hands. Inhale again, lengthening through your spine. On the exhale, folding forward. Inhale, reaching all the way back up toward the ceiling. Core is nice and tight. On the exhale again, press your palms to heart center. Then releasing your hands to your sides. Inhale, arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward, reaching for your toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through your spine. Placing again your hands on the mat and step or hop to bring your feet back into a plank. Hugging your elbows into your sides for chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. We'll inhale, lift our chest for upward dog. And on the exhale, lift our hips, pressing back to downward dog. And again, we'll take 5 more breaths here. This is our third vinyasa, sun salutation of the morning. Good. Bend your knees, step or hop again to bring your feet between your hands. This time we're going to scoot our feet a little bit closer together, so we're squeezing our legs together. And on the inhale, we're going to bend our knees, sit our hips back, and then reach our arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Then inhale, come all the way up to standing. On the exhale, again, folding forward. Inhale, lifting your chest. Let's try one more of those. Chair pose, sitting our hips back. Inhale, reach our arms up. And on the exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting your chest. Again, take a step or hop back into your plank. Hugging your elbows into your sides for chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. Inhale, lifting your chest for upward dog. And on the exhale, lifting your hips, pressing back to downward dog. Good. On the next inhale, lift that right leg all the way up toward the ceiling. We're going to bend through the right knee, and we're going to make a few circles with that right knee, drawing circles in the ceiling. We're opening up through our hip. And then take those circles in reverse. Inhale, extend the right leg all the way up toward the ceiling. On the exhale, sweep that right leg forward, stepping between your hands. Flatten through your back heel, and on the inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling for a warrior one. On the exhale, bring your arms out to the sides for warrior two. See if you have any more space to sink a little bit deeper through that front knee and really press through the outside edge of that back foot. See if you can reach your arms as far out as you can to your sides, really lengthening all the way through those arms. And then cartwheel your hands back down to the mat, stepping back into your plank. Hugging your elbows into your sides for chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. We'll inhale, lift our chest for upward dog. And on the exhale, lift our hips, pressing right back into downward dog. On the next inhale, lift the left leg all the way up toward the ceiling. Bend through your knee, open up through your hip, make big circles on the ceiling with that left knee. And then take those circles in reverse. And inhale, lift that left leg all the way back up. On the exhale, step forward between your hands. Flatten through your back heel, but on the inhale, reach your arms up toward the ceiling, really opening everything up for that warrior one on the left. On the exhale, warrior two, bringing your arms out to the sides, really reaching your fingers long, and then bend a little deeper to the front knee, pressing to the outside edge of that right foot. Good. Cartwheel your hands all the way back down to the mat, taking a big step back into a plank. Hug your elbows into your sides for chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest, upward dog. And on the exhale, right back to downward dog. We'll take 5 more breaths here, really lengthening through your spine. Find some more space. Shake your legs out, twist your shoulders. Sink a little bit deeper. Good. Then look to the front of your mat, bend your knees and step or hop to bring your feet between your hands. Inhale, straighten through your legs, halfway lift, lengthening through your spine. On the exhale, folding forward. Good. Bring your feet together if they're not already there, so you're squeezing your legs. Then bend through your knees on the inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling, reach as high as you can, sitting your hips nice and low. And on the exhale, come to standing, pressing your palms to heart center. Then releasing your arms to your sides on the inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. And on the exhale, folding forward. Inhale again, halfway lift, lengthening through your spine. Placing your hands on the mat, we'll step or hop back into our plank. Hugging your elbows into your sides for chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. We'll inhale, lift our chest for upward dog, and on the exhale, pressing right back to downward dog. Taking an inhale, lifting that right leg all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, stepping forward between your hands, we'll flatten through the back heel. On the inhale, we're reaching our arms up toward the ceiling for our warrior one. On the exhale, warrior two, bringing our arms out to the sides, looking over that front arm, maybe bending a little deeper through the front knee. Then flipping the right palm, reach forward, up and back for reverse warrior. Keeping that bend in the front knee, we're lengthening through the right side, maybe even bend a little bit deeper. If you've got a little more space here, maybe even take that left hand, sweep it behind your back, and see if you can bring it on top of your right thigh. Good. Then cartwheeling that right arm all the way down to the mat. We'll step back into our plank. Hug our elbows into our sides for chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. Inhale, lift your chest, upward dog. Exhale, right back to downward dog. Switching right to the left side on the inhale, lifting the left leg all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, step forward between your hands, flattening through your back heel for warrior one on the inhale. And on the exhale, warrior two, bringing your arms out to the sides. Then flipping that left palm, reach forward, up and back for reverse warrior, lengthening through the left side. Bend a little deeper through your front knee, sink a little deeper into this one. Maybe even take that right arm, bring it behind your back, and see if you can catch your left thigh. Good. And cartwheel your left hand down to the mat. Right hand will follow, stepping back into your plank, hugging your elbows into your sides for chaturanga. Inhale, lifting your chest, upward dog, and on the exhale, lifting your hips, pressing back to downward dog. Total of 5 breaths here. Bend your knees, look to the front of the mat, and a hop or a step to bring your feet between your hands. Inhaling, halfway lift for length. Exhaling, folding forward. Good. Squeeze your legs together if they're not already there. Bending through your knees, sitting your hips back for chair pose. On the inhale, reaching your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Then on the exhale, pressing your palms to heart center, coming to standing. We'll release our arms to the sides. Inhale, reaching all the way overhead. And on the exhale, folding forward, reaching for your toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through your spine. Placing your hands on the mat, step or hop back into your plank. On the exhale, flowing through one vinyasa here, we're going to meet back in our downward dog. On the inhale, right leg lifts all the way up toward the ceiling. On the exhale, step forward between your hands. Flattening through your back heel. On the inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. On the exhale, warrior two, bringing your arms out to the sides. Then flipping that right palm, reach forward, up and back. Reverse warrior. This time, cartwheeling that right arm forward, come all the way down to the outside edge of your right foot, straightening through the right leg for triangle. Then lower the left hand to the mat, reach high with the right for revolved triangle. Bringing your right hand back down to the mat, we'll step back into our plank and flow through one vinyasa here. Right back up into our downward dog. Right away, switching sides. Inhale, lift the left leg all the way up toward the ceiling. On the exhale, step forward between your hands, flatten through your back heel, warrior one on the inhale. And on the exhale, warrior two. Flipping the left palm, reverse warrior, reaching up and back, lengthening the left side. And then adding in our triangle on the left, dropping the left hand to the mat, reaching up with the right. And if you can't quite reach the mat, you do have that shin available to you as another option. Dropping the right hand to the mat, reaching high with the left for revolved triangle. And if this is not in your practice, you can bend slightly to that front knee until you are able to get it straight. Good. Left hand comes back to the mat, stepping back into your plank, flowing through your vinyasa here, right back into your downward dog. Awesome. Let's repeat that sequence one last time. We're going to look to the front of the mat, bend our knees and step or hop. Feet together this time right away. Bend through your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to standing. Release your arms to your sides. Inhale, reaching up toward the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Place your hands on the mat, step or hop back into your plank. Hug your elbows into your sides, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step forward between your hands, warrior one. And on the exhale, warrior two. Flipping the right palm, reverse warrior. And then cartwheel that right arm forward, right into triangle, straightening the front leg or coming to your shin. And then adding revolved triangle. This time we're going to lift our back heel And take a big step back into a side plank on the left. You can drop your left knee to the mat if you need to for a modified variation. Otherwise, you'll stay here. Then lower the right hand to the mat, hug your elbows into your sides, chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog, exhale right back to downward dog. Left side, inhale, lift the left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward between your hands, flatten through the back heel, warrior one. And on the exhale, warrior two. Flipping the left palm, reverse warrior. Exhaling into triangle or your shin. Revolve triangle. And then side plank on the right. Or modified side plank. Then right back into your plank. Elbows hugged into your sides, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Then step your feet a little bit wider on your mat. Walk your hands back to your feet, bend your knees, and come into a yogi squat. So yogi squat, feet are wide, toes are turned slightly outward, knees are wide. Oops, here. And then just think of shifting your weight side to side, making this not quite such a static movement, but adding a little bit of life into it. Good. See if you can lift the left heel off of the mat. And then sink that heel back down. See if you can lift the right heel off of the mat. Sink that heel down. Fold forward, straighten through your legs. Good. This time you're going to bring the left hand to the outside edge of the right foot, reaching up toward the ceiling, twisting, really opening everything up. Maybe even bring the left arm behind your back. See if you can find the right thigh. Wait, right arm, left thigh. Good, and then release. Bring your right hand to the outside edge of the left foot, reaching up toward the ceiling with the left arm, twisting. And then maybe bring the left arm behind your back and find the right thigh. Coming back through the center, sweep your arms up behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then straighten your arms to open up for your chest and shoulders. Bend your elbows to bring the top of your hands to your lower back and draw your elbows forward. Tucking your chin into your chest, lengthening and stretching through your shoulder blades. And also through the back of your neck. Good. Then release your hands. Take your peace fingers, that's your first two fingers. You're going to wrap around your big toes. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, bend your elbows and fold forward. Good. Then straighten through your arms and round through your spine. So I'll show you this from the side. Round through your spine so you tuck your tailbone under and you're trying to create length through your lower back. Good, then release your hands. Slowly roll all the way up to standing, stacking the vertebrae of your spine. On the inhale, reaching your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. And on the exhale, pressing your palms back to heart center. Good. Release your arms to your side. Take another big inhale. Reach them all the way overhead. This time on the exhale, drop the left arm, reaching over with the right. So you're lengthening all the way through the right side. Inhale back up through the center. On the exhale, dropping the right arm, reaching over with the left. Inhaling again, back up through the center. Good. On the exhale, press your palms to heart center. Good. Let's play with some balances here. We're going to shift our weight onto our left foot, lifting our right heel, bringing our right foot to our shin, or maybe coming all the way up onto the inside of the left thigh. So we're in our tree pose here. Let's inhale, reach our arms overhead, and begin to sway our tree gently side to side, playing with our balance a little bit here. Good. Inhale up through center. Exhale, press your palms to heart center. Bring your left hand to your hip, right hand. You're going to grab your right knee, and you're going to draw that knee forward. If you're a little bit bendier here and you want to challenge, take your right hand, peace fingers, grab your right big toe, and straighten through that leg. Good. Then open that right leg all the way out to the right side. If you're doing the knee bent variation, you're going to be right here. Good. And then bring that right knee across your body. Left hand is going to switch. Grab the outside edge of the right knee, bring your right hand to your hip, and then twist to look over the right shoulder. So from the side, this is going to look like this. If you want to keep that leg straight, you can catch the outside edge of your foot, and you can use that right arm to reach out to counterbalance. Good. Good. Then release that right leg wherever it's at and cross your ankles. So from the front, ankles are crossed. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up. And on the exhale, fold forward, reaching toward the ground. Good. Slowly roll all the way up to standing. We're going to lift that front leg, which is going to be your right leg, and we're going to bend through both knees and tuck those right toes behind that left shin. Good. Inhale, we'll reach your arms up toward the ceiling. On the exhale, you're going to sweep the left arm underneath the right. Good. Your eagle balance. Good. And then release that bind. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. On the exhale, pressing your palms to heart center. Finding your balance again, we're going to switch to the opposite side. So shifting our weight onto that right foot. We'll lift the left, bringing our left foot to the inside of our shin or all the way up onto the inside of our right thigh. This is our tree balance. Again, inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Gently swaying side to side. Seeing if we can keep our balance nice and solid here. Good. Inhale back up through the center. Exhale, press your palms to heart center. Bringing your right hand to your hip. Take your left hand, peace fingers. You're going to grab your big toe or your knee variation. Maybe opening out to the left side. This is also can be done keeping that foot. Maybe coming back through the center. You can switch to the opposite side, or you can come to that knee bent variation here. Twisting and looking over the left shoulder. Good. Then release that left leg to cross over the right. So now our ankles are crossed. Taking another inhale to reach our arms overhead. On the exhale, folding forward, reaching toward our toes. Good. Inhale, chest lifts. Bending the right knee, tuck the left toes behind, sweeping that right arm under the left for eagle on the opposite side. Good. And then we'll release. Big inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Walking your hands back to the front of your mat, take a step back right into your downward dog. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Again, you can pedal out through your feet a few times. Good. On the inhale, lift the right leg all the way up toward the ceiling, three-legged dog. On the exhale, step forward between your hands, but keep that back leg lifted and keep your back heel lifted so you come into a crescent lunge. Walk your hands up to that front knee. If you need to lower your knee to the mat, you can. Otherwise, stay high and lifted, and on the inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Good. Then drop the left hand to the mat, reaching up with the right. Good. Then drop the right hand to where the left hand is and shift all the way over into a flying monkey. So flying monkey, you can keep that heel lifted or you can sink it toward the ground. You can press your palms to heart center or you can keep your hands on the ground. Left toes are pointing up toward the ceiling. We're finding our balance here. Okay, let's bend to the left knee and shift all the way over to the left side. So now we're in our flying monkey on the opposite side. Again, you can keep your hands on the mat. You can sit your heel back. You can stay lifted on that heel. Figure out what works for you. Right toes are going to go all the way up toward the ceiling. Good. And then place your hands back on the mat. We're going to shift all the way over so that we're bending through our left knee. We're going to reach up toward the ceiling with the left arm. Then inhale, reach our arms all the way up toward the ceiling. So now we're on the opposite side with that crescent lunge. Good. Let's bring our hands back to the mat and then walk them over to our right side so that we're facing toward the side of the mat. Walk our hands forward. Inhale, lengthen our spine, and on the exhale, fold. So legs are nice and wide. You can sink your heels a tiny bit wider. Find a little more space. Good. Bring your left hand right below your forehead. Reach up with the right so that you twist. And then lower your right hand to the mat, reaching up high with the left twisting in the opposite direction. Good. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Take a big step back into your plank. Hug your elbows into your sides for chaturanga, bottom of a push-up. Inhale, lift your chest for upward dog, and on the exhale, right back to downward dog. Good. Let's try that again, but let's move through each of those postures with one breath in each. So we'll move at a little bit quicker pace. This time we're going to begin with the inhale, reaching that right leg all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, step forward between the hands. You can still lower your back knee if you need to. On the inhale, arms all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, left hand comes down, reaching up with the right. And then switching right over to that flying monkey on the exhale. Good. Switch that flying monkey back over to the other side. Yep. Place the right hand on the mat, reaching up high with the left. And then inhale all the way back up, crescent lunge. Then shifting over to folding forward. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. Left hand below your forehead. Inhale, reaching up with the right. And on the exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, reach up with the left. Right back to the front of your mat, stepping back into your plank. Hug your elbows into your sides for chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog, and on the exhale, right back to downward dog. One last time. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, left hand down, twisting over to the right side. Inhale for length. Exhale, flying monkey. Switching to the opposite side. Right hand comes down. Inhale, reach up with the left. And exhale, one more inhale, crescent lunge on the left. And on the exhale, folding forward, shifting through your heels. We'll inhale, lengthen our spine. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, right hand reaching up toward the ceiling, left hand below your forehead. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left, all the way up. And on the exhale, right back into your plank. Hug your elbows into your sides. Inhale, lift your chest, upward dog. And on the exhale, right back into downward dog. And we're taking a total of 5 breaths here. Shake it out a few times. Find some length and space through your spine. Good. On the inhale, lift the right leg all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, sweep the right leg forward, coming right into pigeon. So perfect pigeon, our right shin would be parallel with the front of the mat. If you're not quite there, because your hips aren't quite that open, you can pull that right leg in a little bit closer. You just want to make sure your left thigh is pressing onto the mat. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Let's add in a twist here. We'll take our left arm, reach up toward the ceiling. This is our inhale. On the exhale, thread it through under the right arm, so we bring our left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, reach forward with the right arm. Exhale, sweep the right arm behind your back and see if you can catch that foot underneath you. Go ahead and release. Inhale, lengthening through your spine. Bend through the left knee. See if you can catch your foot or ankle. Maybe even reach up and over with the right arm, looking up toward the ceiling. This is called mermaid. Good. And then release. Take that left leg, sweep it forward so it comes right over the top of that right knee. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Exhale, cross that right elbow over the left knee. Take another inhale to lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, twist and look over the left shoulder. Good. We're going to walk our hands over to the right side. You can watch me very carefully here. Keep your feet on the mat. Your feet aren't going to move. But what you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips and you're going to rotate over to the right side. So we're lifting my hips and I'm rotating all the way around, and all I did was switch the cross of my feet. So now I'm on the opposite side. I'm going to inhale, reach up with the left arm. Exhale, cross my left elbow to the outside edge of my right knee. Right hand behind my back. I'll take another inhale to lengthen my spine, and on the exhale, twist and look over the right shoulder. Good. Now you're going to take your right leg, you're going to sweep it all the way back behind you so that you come into your pigeon on the opposite side. So if you need to make little adjustments to your pigeon here, you can. Just make sure the top of your right thigh is pressing onto the mat, finding a nice stretch opening up through your hips on the left. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding forward over the left leg. We'll take a few more breaths here. Adding in a twist, inhale, reach up with the right arm. On the exhale, sweep it under the left, and then reach forward with the left arm. Inhale to lengthen your spine. On the exhale, sweeping the left arm behind you. See if you can catch your right foot on the ground beneath you. And then release. Place your hands back on the mat. Sweep the right leg forward, straightening through your legs so you come to staff pose. Lengthening through your spine, sitting up straight and tall. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, and on the exhale, begin to fold forward, reaching toward your toes. Wherever your hands land, take another inhale to lengthen your spine. On the exhale, fold forward, drawing your chest toward your thighs. Good. Place your hands on the mat, bend your knees, and slide your hips forward. And gently roll down onto your back, tucking the right knee into your chest. Cross the right knee over to the left side, keeping our right shoulder on the mat, twisting and looking over the right shoulder. Fix that. Good. Open the right knee over to the right side. You can reach out with the left arm. Again, keep your shoulders on the mat, opening up through the right hip. And if you want to straighten that right leg, you also have that available to you. Good. Pulling the right leg back up through the center, squaring off your hips, pulling that shin toward your nose. Good. Then release the right leg, tuck your left knee into your chest, and cross it over to the right side, reaching out with the left arm. Shoulders stay on the mat as you twist and look over the left arm. Okay. Opening the left knee over to the left side, reaching out with the right arm. Shoulders stay on the mat, opening up through your hips. If you want to open up that left leg, straighten the left leg, you also have that option available. Okay. Bring that left leg back in through the center, squaring off your hips, pulling your shin toward your nose. And releasing the left leg to the mat, you'll bend both knees, bringing your heels toward your hips. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, and then just gently drop your knees side to side to massage through your hips and release tension from your lower back. Good. Coming back through the center, tuck your knees into your chest, grabbing the outside edges of your feet for happy baby. Gently rocking side to side. You can try rocking forward and back a few times. Good. Then tuck your knees into your chest one last time. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. One last big deep stretch here. And on the exhale, bring your arms along your sides. Allow your feet to fall out to the sides. We'll transition into Shavasana from here. Closing our eyes, melting into our mats, clearing our minds, and releasing any remaining tension from our bodies to rest for a few moments in Shavasana. Beginning to awaken from Shavasana, you can open your eyes, wiggling through your fingers and toes. Gently tuck your knees into your chest, rocking gently side to side. And when you're ready, gradually rock your way back to a seat on your mat. Sitting up straight and tall, allow the back of your wrists to rest on your knees. Take one last deep inhale from here, reaching your arms all the way up toward the ceiling. And on the exhale, pressing your palms to heart center. Taking a moment here to express gratitude for your practice, your ability to move in your body, and the opportunity to take the time to be here on your mat. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Thank you for joining me, and namaste.